Coaches, any update on Nick Weatherspoon's status for this coming season?
Yeah, that he's on the team, he's practicing. I had a good practice yesterday, and fully expect Nick to be available for the coming season.
Pass it on to Brett, and then we'll go to Joel.
Kind of a late addition to the class and post coming in. How did that come together, and what made you go after him? What do you think he'll add?
Well, we thought we would need, we still at the time, actually when we recruited him, weren't sure that Reggie would be back. So number one, we were concerned that we would really be shorthanded on the front line, and so we had to try to bolster that. And when we went to Italy 3 years ago, our staff, Ernie, made a friendship with a European scout over there who has a service for colleges, and just had to be calling him, stay in touch. We got some film on him, and they sent the film, and we looked at the film and said, yeah, he's pretty good, and that's how it all occurred, and followed up and came out here on an official visit. He visited Washington State, and he went back because he's playing for their national team now, 19 and under, and then he came and visited here, and then went to Georgia Tech, and then went back, and we were fortunate to get him. I think he's going to be a good player for us. He can really shoot the ball, and when he was here, he played 3-on-3 with some of our players. It was the day before I got back from the SEC meetings, and our players, notably Robert Woodard and Tyson Carter, said, "Coach, this guy's really good. We need to get him." And so I was, encouraged that they thought he was a real good player just based on their time with him in the gym.
Go to Joel here to coach's right.
Just following up real quick on Nick, will he be available for the beginning of the season? As soon as the season tips off, would Nick be available?
Yeah, I sure hope so.
Okay. And secondly, of course, Q and of course Eric got an opportunity too in the NBA and things. Have you had any conversations with those guys?
In fact, I just talked to Eric today. He leaves tomorrow for LA, and they start practice on Thursday. He's at home right now, up in Kentucky for a couple days, and he's excited, and it's a great opportunity. He's been guaranteed that he'll be invited to their training camp, and obviously the Lakers lost a lot of players through the trades and different things they've done to acquire Anthony and Davis, and so I think it's a good opportunity for him. And Q, I actually saw this past Saturday in Jackson after he was drafted. They had a recruiting event for all the high school kids in the state of Mississippi. And so got a chance to visit with him then. I was really happy for him, and that was really a big deal to get drafted. It was 49th pick, and really proud of him and happy for him and his family. He worked very, very hard, and now a whole new chapter starts. Now you got to go out and prove yourself all over again. And he left Monday, and they started practice today for the Spurs, and they're going to be both in the Utah Summer League, and then go straight from there down to the Vegas Summer League. And then Lamar was signed with the Knicks, and so all three of them, have a chance, an opportunity to play in the Summer League in Vegas this summer, which is a really big deal.
Go to Logan, second row to coach's left.
Which the signees have already made it to campus, and how are those guys kind of fitting in right now?
The only one that is not here is Quentin, and he's with the national team. They're actually in Spain right now, playing some games on their way to play a tournament in Portugal. But the other three are here. So Elias King is here and is doing a good job and really shooting the ball well. And then we have Iverson Molinar, who's looking very explosive and athletic and tough, and he's going to be a very good player. And then Devin Butts. Now, unfortunately for Devin, he hurt his ankle last week in practice. And initially we thought it was something that could have been very serious. He had an MRI, and it turned out it was just a really bad sprain. So thankfully it wasn't something that was really long term. So we expect he'll be out the rest of this week. Our players at the end of this week are done with basketball for a week, and we have a break in the 2 sessions of summer school. So they'll go home and then come back and start up on the 8th.
Go to Ben here, front row.
Coach Reggie's going to be able to play with that U19 US team, and what kind of experience is that for him, and how much does that, added bonus is that for him to get some extra work?
Yeah, I think it's an incredible opportunity for Reggie. He made the team. They left yesterday. They left Colorado Springs at 4:15 in the morning, drove to Denver, had an 8:15 flight to Newark, 3-hour layover, and then they were flying to Greece, and then getting off the plane and going right to practice. So he's probably asleep right now. But he's done a really good job. You know, he was their leading scorer and rebounder in their last 2 scrimmages before leaving to head out to Greece. You know, he's representing our country. He's on a really good team with outstanding coaches, and Bruce Weber and Mike Hopkins. And I spoke to both of them, you know, while the thing was going on, and, you know, longtime friends. And it's a great opportunity. They're playing against really good teams. I mean, you know, the best teams in the world. So that's a very prestigious thing that he's involved with, and quite an honor. And it's a, you know, every NBA team will be there watching him play. And I mean, his goal, having gone through the draft process and working out for all the teams and going to Chicago Combines, is to be an NBA player. And so it's a great opportunity for him. Every single team is going to be there watching him play within a team that is representing our country. So it's a great opportunity for him in a lot of fronts.
Go back to Brett.
Quickly on Abdul, you said last time that his timeline was around October to be cleared for full contact. Is that still the case?
Yeah, as far as I know, that is. He's doing well. His progress is going well. You know, he got operated on the 5th, so 3 weeks ago tomorrow. And he seems to be doing well. You know, and we want to be very conservative in his rehab and not rushing it back. But yeah, he seems to be doing good. And he had a good experience going home to see his mom for the first time in 6 years. So that was a great thing for him, to get home and see family and see friends and spend time back there.
How do you see Prince fitting into this lineup? What can he bring, and where might he help you?
You know, he's very good around the basket. Like yesterday, he really was outstanding in practice, for example. We did a 5-on-5 for about a half an hour yesterday. And he was very good. You know, he's very good at spinning, and he's got big, strong, physical frame. He's good in the low post. He's shooting the ball. He's really worked hard at his jump shot. He's shooting the ball pretty well from the perimeter. Really runs the floor well. So, you know, he does a number of things well, and is going to really push people for playing time.
Go ahead, Brian.
You have an interesting roster in that you're starting, what I would project is your starting lineup. A lot of experience, but on the bench is a lot of new faces that haven't played yet. What's that competition going to be like for those first few rotation spots off the bench?
It's going to be intense. You know, and DJ Stewart, although he hasn't played in a true game yet, has some experience, having been here for a year, and he's really looked good these 3 weeks we've had plus of summer thus far. I'm really excited about DJ's progress. You know, he missed, unfortunately for us, about the last month of the season because he had a stress reaction in his foot. He had been wearing orthotics, and then somehow they got lost, somehow got thrown away in the locker room, and he hadn't been wearing them, and the trainer was unaware. All of a sudden his foot started hurting. He has the flattest feet in America. I mean, it's just literally like that. And so he has to have orthotics or something will occur.
We'll go to Danny, and then we'll get it back to Ben.
Coach, in terms of postseason play, this may be the best year Mississippi State's had athletically across the board. What's it mean to you to be a part of that?
I think it's really special. I think 12 teams went to the NCAA tournament or playoffs. 13? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's the most in the history of the school. And it's very special to be a part of success that our entire athletic program is having. It's great for everybody. I mean, it's just really a good time for Mississippi State athletics right now, and that's a credit to the leadership of the department.
Coach, obviously you're still a ways away from setting any kind of rotation or anything like that, but are there any guys, at least in the freshman class, that have really stuck out? You know, is it like, say, Elias factor, UC factor?
Yeah, I think all those kids are competing for playing time, and, you know, Iverson is, you know, really, really athletic and strong, but, yeah, they're all doing a good job.
Is that maybe a surprise for you a little bit with Iverson coming
No,
in a little bit more athletic?
Not a surprise at all. Kind of expected it.
Anything else for Coach before we let him go? All right, thank you guys.
Enjoy the rest of your summer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are in a